Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, apples. Yeah, apple. Yeah, apple. No, apple. No, apple. No, apple. No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Apple. Apple. Chicken.
Bruh, press ready, bruh. Let's go. My nigga, press ready, bruh.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis going to look to throw first play. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
19 Tiger. Panther 60.
Willis now off play action. And a completion to Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. The Packers at 8-4 now in the year. And they have certainly got it rolling.
Let's go.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
No.
18 Rattler, 79 Broncos. Go.
To throw, here's Willis. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Go! Cowboy, rig alert, rig alert. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Now Willis. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
I ain't got a punt number. I'm past the 50.
Step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm past it. I'm good. We getting that. Give me some. Give me some.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
19 Lions. Bravo 80.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Nah.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already?
Was your controller fucking up again?
Put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They go back to Grant. And he gets us one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
To throw is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now is 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here at LMAO. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Packers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding their winning streak for this one. Now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Check. Go street. Get up.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And he'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Warriors, 70 Lions. 19 Lions.
Willis will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Viking 18.
Now Willis to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready.
Off the play fake. Daniels. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Come on.
First down, Washington.
To the air goes Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 14. Packers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own .35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 18 Rattler, 70 Timberwolf, Panther 11, Panther 11. Steady.
Now Willis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of
28 yards there and give him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
60 Bobcats, 60 Viking 18. Ready.
Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up. Defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Warriors 70, Cowboy 80, 19 tight, 19, Buffalo 18, Dragon 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Willis to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 16.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To throw, here's Willis. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Ready, ready.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete left side to Gray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Second down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
60, Bronco 80. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.